to a consumer alert. Ford is expanding a recall it issued in May to cover more than 100,000 vehicles.
Imagine the one machine built to outlast war itself. Hidden for a century, now roaring back to life. Ford's Liberty engine was designed to be unstoppable. Lightweight, indestructible, brutally efficient. It powered planes, tanks, even submarines. And then, just as fast as it appeared, it vanished. The world moved on, but now it's back. And what it teaches us could decide whether our technology survives the next century. Why did it disappear? Why does its design still outperform modern complexity? And what happens if we ignore the lessons it left behind? The engine that defied time. Before the Liberty engine ever roared to life, it was already rewriting the rules of engineering. Born in an era when machines were fragile and unreliable, this engine was different. It wasn't just about power, it was about brilliance, resilience, and the audacity to imagine what others considered impossible. Every design choice, from the innovative V8 configuration to the lightweight aluminum alloys, whispered lessons about efficiency, resourcefulness, and durability. Engineers weren't merely assembling parts. They were crafting a symbol of ingenuity meant to endure the harshest conditions. What made the Liberty engine extraordinary wasn't just its ability to produce immense power, it was its simplicity. While other machines relied on complexity, sensors, or intricate mechanisms, this engine achieved maximum performance with minimal components. Each piston, each rotation, each carefully engineered detail reflected a balance between strength and elegance. It was a machine built not for convenience, but for survival, innovation, and relentless reliability. This isn't merely a tale of an old engine. It is a blueprint of timeless innovation, a testament to human creativity, and a challenge to anyone who believes that the greatest breakthroughs are always found in the newest technologies. The Liberty engine didn't just endure, it continues to inspire. The rise of the Liberty engine. By the early 1900s, Henry Ford had already cemented his reputation as an innovator with the development of the Model T and the revolutionary assembly line. However, Ford's engineering ambitions were not limited to passenger vehicles. During World War I, the United States needed an engine that could power military vehicles and equipment, and Ford was called upon to deliver. This marked the beginning of the Liberty engine project, one of the most ambitious undertakings of Ford's career. The Liberty engine was an 8-cylinder, V-shaped aircraft engine designed to power planes during the war. It was conceived as a solution to a major problem facing the U.S. military: a shortage of reliable aircraft engines. Ford, always keen to contribute to the national effort, took on the task of designing and manufacturing the engine. The Liberty engine was intended not only for airplanes, but also for tanks, trucks, and even submarines, marking a significant leap in Ford's application of internal combustion technology to the needs of modern warfare. At the time, the Liberty engine represented a cutting-edge technological achievement. Ford's engineering team worked tirelessly to produce an engine that was both powerful and durable enough to meet the demands of wartime aviation. The engine was designed to produce 400 horsepower, a significant leap over existing engines, and its ability to power various types of military vehicles made it a versatile and valuable asset during the war effort. However, despite its advanced design and initial success, the Liberty engine faced challenges in production. Issues with mass production, quality control, and the complex nature of the engine itself made it difficult to manufacture at scale. These challenges, coupled with the end of the war, led to the engine's eventual decline. While the Liberty engine was revolutionary, its fate took a different turn. It would never achieve the prominence Ford had hoped for. The fall of the Liberty engine. Despite the Liberty engine's initial promise, it was ultimately overshadowed by a variety of technical and economic factors. As the war came to a close, the demand for military-grade engines sharply declined, and the resources necessary for mass-producing the Liberty engine were redirected elsewhere. The rapid end of World War I, combined with the challenges of meeting production demands, led to the engine being phased out. In addition, the complexity of the Liberty engine, with its high-powered design and intricate components, made it expensive and difficult to manufacture efficiently. As the U.S. military moved away from reliance on this particular engine, the Liberty engine quickly became obsolete. The Liberty engine's decline also mirrored the broader shifts in the automotive industry. As the focus moved away from military applications and back to consumer vehicles, automakers began to focus on more practical, cost-effective designs. Ford, known for his ability to streamline production, turned his attention back to the needs of the average consumer, leading to innovations like the Model T and the assembly line, which were better suited to the demands of the market. As a result, the Liberty engine was abandoned, and Ford's attention shifted toward refining his mass production methods for civilian vehicles. The once promising engine faded into obscurity, with few remembering its brief moment in the spotlight. Yet, despite its demise, the Liberty engine remained a relic of Ford's ambition, waiting for the right time to be rediscovered. Forgotten, but not gone. The Liberty engine may have been abandoned, but its legacy continued to influence automotive and aerospace engineering for decades. While it never achieved the widespread recognition it deserved during its time, the engine represented a bold step forward in the development of high-performance engines. Its design principles, particularly in the area of high-output, multi-cylinder configurations, were later adopted and refined in both military and civilian applications. The engine's design influenced not only aircraft engines, but also the development of more powerful automobile engines that would emerge in the years following its decline. The story of the Liberty engine is also a reflection of the broader story of Ford's vision, his relentless pursuit of innovation, even when faced with obstacles and setbacks. While the engine was never mass-produced to the extent that Ford envisioned, it left an indelible mark on the engineering community. The Liberty engine's place in history, though brief, highlights the ingenuity and ambition that characterized Ford's approach to innovation. It was a testament to Ford's ability to push the boundaries of technology, even if those boundaries were not always fully realized in his time. And it was this forgotten invention, lying dormant for decades, that would soon re-emerge in the 21st century. If you're amazed by the Liberty engine so far, smash that like button to show your support. It really helps keep these stories alive. And don't just watch silently. Comment below with your favorite part or any questions you have about this incredible machine. I'd love to hear your thoughts and keep the conversation going. Unearthing the past. It all started in a forgotten corner of a warehouse, tucked away behind layers of dust and time. The Liberty engine, long abandoned and largely forgotten, had been sitting there for decades, hidden from the world. Its discovery was almost accidental. A simple inquiry about an old mechanical artifact unearthed a historical treasure. The engine, although somewhat weathered and tarnished by years of neglect, was instantly recognizable to those who knew its significance. The sheer weight of its discovery filled the room with awe, but there was also skepticism. Could this relic of the past truly be restored? Was it even possible to bring such an intricate piece of engineering back to life? After so many years of disuse, the Liberty engine wasn't just any ordinary engine. It was a symbol of Ford's ambition during World War I. When it was first built, it represented the cutting edge of automotive and aerospace technology. The notion of reviving it seemed like a wild dream, but the idea intrigued many. For those who saw the potential in this historical piece of machinery, it wasn't just about restoring an engine. It was about resurrecting a pivotal part of history. Yet the doubts were real. The engine had been left to deteriorate over the years, with some parts completely rusted over, others rendered brittle. The possibility of failure loomed large, but the excitement surrounding the potential of bringing such an iconic piece back to life was undeniable. The engine's discovery triggered a flurry of activity, and before long, a small group of engineers, historians, and enthusiasts had gathered, each with their own perspective on what this revival could mean. While there was undeniable excitement, the restoration process was far from a simple task. The first step was understanding exactly what had been discovered and determining if it was even possible to reassemble the engine without it falling apart. The physical condition of the engine was only part of the challenge. The real question was whether its intricate engineering could be successfully restored to full operational capacity. But finding the engine was just the beginning. Restoring it would be a whole different challenge. The restoration journey. The restoration journey began slowly, with a mixture of optimism and caution. The team of engineers quickly realized that reviving the Liberty engine would require more than just mechanical skill. It would require an intimate understanding of the materials and design techniques that had gone into its original construction. With no comprehensive blueprints available, the restoration team had to rely on old photographs, documentation from Ford's time, and their own ingenuity to reverse engineer the components. It was like solving a puzzle with missing pieces. The first major hurdle was the engine's corrosion. Decades of exposure to the elements had caused severe rust damage to many of its critical parts. Some components, such as the pistons and valves, were completely unusable and had to be remade from scratch. This meant sourcing specialized materials that matched the original specifications as closely as possible. The team scoured old stockpiles, searched antique suppliers, and even worked with modern manufacturers to replicate the alloys used in Ford's original engine design. One of the most challenging aspects was dealing with the engine's large, V-shaped configuration, which had to be reassembled precisely to avoid misalignment. The complexity of the Liberty engine, with its 8 cylinders and intricate timing system, meant that every piece had to be carefully restored or recreated to ensure it functioned as it had when first built. The process was slow and meticulous, requiring constant testing, tweaking, and sometimes reworking parts that hadn't met the necessary standards. Every time a piece was put in place, the team felt a step closer to the impossible goal of making the engine run again. After months of meticulous work, the engine started to show signs of life. And what followed next would surprise everyone. The engine roars back to life. The moment of truth arrived, not with the roar of a modern engine, but with a hum of anticipation that filled the workshop. The first attempt to start the engine was cautious. The pull cord, an old-school startup mechanism, was tugged with careful hands, and the engine came to life with a hesitant sputter. For a moment, there was silence, and then it happened. The Liberty engine began to turn over, the rotor spinning smoothly, producing a steady hum. It was a mechanical triumph, but it was also something more. It was the rekindling of a dream that had been lost for nearly a century. The restoration team watched in awe as the engine came to life, a testament to Ford's innovation. Reviving it wasn't just about mechanics. It was about restoring history, honoring past ingenuity, and proving that even ambitious dreams can endure through time. What made this moment so significant was not just the engine's revival, but the realization that the Liberty engine could still function as it had when it was first designed. The power it generated was impressive by historical standards and showed just how advanced Ford's engineering had been for its time. While the engine didn't immediately replace modern power plants, it was a testament to the quality and precision of early 20th century engineering. It wasn't just a mechanical revival, it was a message to the world about the enduring value of Ford's pioneering spirit. But bringing the Liberty engine back to life wasn't just a mechanical triumph, it sparked something much bigger, a symbol of innovation. The revival of the Liberty engine did more than bring an old machine back to life. It ignited a renewed interest in vintage automotive engineering and restoration. For car enthusiasts, engineers, and historians, the engine represented a direct link to the early days of automotive technology. Its successful restoration served as a reminder of how far the industry had come and how much had been achieved with relatively simple tools and methods. The engine's return signaled a shift in the restoration community, one that began to appreciate the original design and engineering ingenuity of past innovators. The Liberty engine's revival reignited appreciation for early engineering, showing that innovation endures. Beyond a technical feat, it symbolized the value of preserving history, inspiring respect for classic designs, and reminding us to keep past achievements alive for future generations. The Liberty engine's impact didn't stop within the confines of the restoration community. Its revival inspired a wave of interest in vintage machinery, not just among collectors, but also among younger engineers who saw the engine as an opportunity to learn from history's greats. It was a call to innovate, to look back at the roots of engineering, and find new ways to apply old ideas to modern challenges. With the engine running once more, a new conversation about classic car restoration was born. A glimpse into the past. When the Liberty engine roared back to life, it wasn't merely a mechanical achievement, it was a window into the past, revealing the brilliant engineering that had been at the forefront of automotive and aerospace technology nearly a century ago. The engine's design, although dated by modern standards, demonstrated remarkable foresight. Its V8 configuration, robust power output, and durable construction set a foundation for future developments in high-performance engines. The materials used in the engine, particularly the alloy components, were cutting-edge at the time, offering a combination of strength and lightness that was a precursor to today's advancements in aerospace and automotive design. The Liberty engine's 8-cylinder design was ahead of its time, offering superior power and efficiency compared to the common 4-cylinder engines of its era. Using aluminum alloys and a simple yet effective V8 layout, it balanced durability, lightness, and high performance. Its principles of maximizing power while minimizing weight continue to influence modern engine design today. While the Liberty engine may be a relic of the past, its design principles continue to resonate in today's world. The new restoration movement, The restoration of the Liberty engine didn't just bring back a piece of history, it sparked a revolution in how enthusiasts, engineers, and preservationists approach the restoration of vintage machines. In an era where restoration practices often prioritize modern upgrades and improvements, the Liberty engine's revival highlighted the value of authentic restoration. For many in the classic car community, restoring the Liberty engine was not about making it more efficient or introducing modern technologies. It was about preserving the original craftsmanship and honoring the design as it was originally intended. The restoration of the Liberty engine challenges the trend of replacing old parts with modern alternatives, emphasizing historical authenticity. Using the same materials and techniques from the 1910s, the project has sparked a movement in the classic car community that values preserving original engineering, appreciating craftsmanship, and maintaining the stories and spirit of innovation behind vintage vehicles. But restoring the Liberty engine didn't just change restoration practices, it reinvigorated interest in vintage automotive technology across the world. A nod to the past, a step toward the future. The revival of the Liberty engine is not merely a nostalgic journey back to the early days of automotive engineering. It also carries profound implications for the future of technology. By examining the Liberty engine's principles, modern engineers can find inspiration for creating more sustainable and efficient technologies. Ford's early innovations, particularly in the areas of material selection and power-to-weight ratios, laid the groundwork for many of the advancements we see today in electric vehicles and sustainable energy systems. The Liberty engine's use of aluminum alloys and design simplicity foreshadowed modern engineering principles in electric vehicles and off-grid energy systems. Ford's focus on efficiency, durability, and minimal components offers valuable lessons for today's engineers, inspiring sustainable, self-sustaining technologies. By studying this innovative engine, modern designers can apply its principles to reduce reliance on fossil fuels, maximize performance, and create solutions that merge engineering excellence with sustainability for the future. While the Liberty engine runs again, its revival has made engineers and tinkerers look to the future of self-sustaining technology. A legacy reborn. The Liberty engine's revival has not only reinvigorated the automotive community, but has also sparked a broader cultural and educational movement. The story of this engine, the revival of a machine that once symbolized the height of industrial achievement, serves as an inspiration to engineers, educators, and enthusiasts alike. Its restoration challenges us to rethink how we preserve, learn from, and innovate upon the engineering feats of the past. The Liberty engine's revival serves as a powerful reminder of fundamental engineering principles, offering insights into problem-solving and creativity often lost in today's digital age. It has become an invaluable teaching tool for students and engineers, inspiring a cultural shift toward preserving history and learning from it. For enthusiasts, it's more than a machine, it's a symbol of innovation and craftsmanship, influencing the next generation of engineers to draw lessons from the past to shape the future. As the Liberty engine continues to inspire, its legacy challenges us to rethink what's possible with the technologies of the past. If the story of the Liberty engine inspired you, don't miss out on future deep dives into incredible engineering feats. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always the first to explore history's most fascinating machines. Join our community, and let's keep uncovering the genius that changed the world together. Reviving interest in vintage technology. The Liberty engine's revival has sparked a renewed fascination with vintage technologies. What was once considered a relic of the past is now viewed as a treasure trove of engineering ingenuity. As this engine roared back to life, it didn't just catch the attention of enthusiasts, but also triggered a broader cultural shift toward appreciating the technological feats of the past. It's no longer enough to simply modernize or replace older machines. Now the focus has turned to preserving and restoring them, ensuring that the brilliance of past innovators isn't lost to history. The revival of the Liberty engine has sparked a growing interest in vintage technology, with collectors, hobbyists, and engineers exploring everything from classic cars to early electronics. This shift changes how we view technological progress, emphasizing a cyclical relationship between the past, present, and future. Museums, educational institutions, and corporations now see value in preserving vintage technologies, recognizing that the lessons of the past can still shape modern industries. But the Liberty engine is only the beginning. This renewed interest could change the way we view technological progress itself. Lessons for modern engineering. As the Liberty engine's revival continues to inspire, its design offers valuable lessons for modern engineers. The engine's simplicity, efficiency, and durability are not relics of a bygone era. They are principles that can still inform the development of today's technologies. Ford's decision to focus on reducing the weight of the engine while maintaining its power output set a precedent for engineers who are now tasked with improving fuel efficiency, reducing emissions, and developing more sustainable technologies. The Liberty engine's efficient use of lightweight alloys improved performance and paved the way for future material innovations. Modern engineers working on electric vehicles and renewable technologies can draw inspiration from Ford's focus on resource efficiency. Its mechanical simplicity, in contrast to today's complex electronic heavy engines, teaches a valuable lesson. Minimizing complexity while maintaining performance is key, especially in an era where sustainability matters. Sometimes less really is more. While the engine may not be the future of automotive technology, its design principles hold the key to the innovations of tomorrow. Reshaping the future of energy. The Liberty engine's impact extends far beyond the realm of automotive technology. It also has the potential to influence the future of energy and sustainability. The principles behind the Liberty engine, particularly its emphasis on self-sufficiency and energy efficiency, could have profound implications for the development of future off-grid energy solutions. As the world continues to grapple with energy shortages and a growing reliance on fossil fuels, the need for more independent, sustainable energy sources has never been more urgent. Ford's focus on creating a powerful yet simple machine, capable of operating with minimal external support, offers valuable insights for renewable energy technologies. The Liberty engine's ability to produce substantial power without relying on external fuel sources could inspire self-sustaining systems for off-grid locations. This resurgence of interest in efficiency and resourcefulness could reshape energy production, reduce reliance on traditional power grids, and make clean energy more accessible worldwide. With the Liberty engine providing inspiration, a new era of energy independence may be just around the corner. The road ahead. The revival of the Liberty engine marks not just a technological triumph, but the beginning of a new conversation about innovation, sustainability, and preservation. As the world looks ahead, the lessons learned from the engine's revival can help guide future advancements in engineering, renewable energy, and technological restoration. The Liberty engine's influence is felt not just in the world of vintage car restoration, but in the growing movement to preserve historical technologies and apply their principles to modern-day challenges. As we move forward, there is a growing realization that the future of innovation is not solely rooted in new technologies, but also in rethinking and repurposing what has already been created. The Liberty engine's revival serves as a symbol of this philosophy, reminding us that old technologies often hold new solutions. The inspiration that engineers and restorers have drawn from this engine is only the beginning. It has ignited a movement that encourages us to look backward as we move forward, to learn from history as we build the future. The road ahead is not just about creating new technologies, but about creating sustainable solutions that are rooted in the principles of the past. As the Liberty engine continues to inspire, its legacy challenges us to rethink what's possible with the technologies of the past. And that's a wrap on the incredible story of the Liberty engine, an engineering marvel that continues to inspire innovation even a century later. If this journey through history and ingenuity blew your mind, don't just leave it at that. Like this video to show your support, comment below with your favorite insight, and share it with anyone who loves groundbreaking engineering. But don't stop here. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because the world of hidden engineering marvels doesn't wait, and you deserve to be the first to uncover them. Trust me, the next story is even bigger, and you won't want to miss a single second. Stay curious, stay inspired, and keep exploring with us.